Today we're going to be talking about the 4 different metrics to track for your garage door business. So really, first and foremost, one of the most important things is really going to be total revenue generated. How many jobs you actually sold, and looking at it from that. And then from there, you can always look at your expenses to get your overall net and to understand exactly what's going on. But you're going to want to see and look at your total revenue generated. If you have a lot of different employees or a lot of different techs, you can even look at total revenue generated per tech to give you an idea as well. So that's one of the first and most obvious metrics that you should be doing. And if you're using a different type of CRM, you're going to be able to see how much that is. And so next is going to be total acquisition costs. So that's really going to be how much it costs just to get customers in the door. So we can really track all of that by looking at the patterns and trends and data and analyze whether you are profitable. And really what we're going to see is looking at the total acquisition cost, which is going to be cost of sales and marketing, and the number of new customers acquired. So that gives you really the cost and the spend on each customer. So if it costs you $150 or $200 to get each customer, but you're making $300 off of them, then you're obviously going to be doing well. Anything above that, you're going to be doing well. You're going to be doing good as well. But if it's $200 to get get a customer, and you're only making $150, well, then we're going to be having some issues, and we need to reassess that. So looking overall at that and getting an understanding of the next part, which is going to be your customer lifetime value. So getting an understanding of like a specific time period, maybe 4 to 5 years. How many times does a customer actually go to you, and averaging that out? So you're really going to be, calculating that by using the formula of average purchase value. So, what are they actually spending with you times the average amount of purchases, and then times the average customer lifespan. So if it's, 4 to 5 years, that's one way. I would imagine most of your customers are going to be 10, 15, 20 years. So looking at it that way and calculating that, because we want to look at how much you're actually making off of each customer so that you can actually continue to provide that service. So, let's say it costs you $300 to get a customer, but over 10, 15 years, they do a garage door installation and they do 2 repairs. So, at the end of it all, maybe you're looking at, $3,500 or $4,000. So you made that amount of money. It maybe costed you $200, but the net profit off of that is going to be a good amount. And we could say maybe you're making, 5x your money on lifetime customer value. So that's a really good option and a really good metric for you to look at, especially as you continue to grow your garage door company, is going to be looking at that. And while you're kind of in a short term, another big thing is going to be your average job size. So that can change a lot. If you're doing a lot of repairs, you're going to definitely have a smaller average job size than if you're doing a lot of installations. Or if you're doing more commercial, you're going to have a higher garage door, average job size versus if you do retail, doing more of the residential. So that's going to be the big parts of looking at different things and really understanding, your lifetime value for your customer, your average cost per customer, and then as well as looking at just your average job size. So looking at those things are going to be really important. And so when you do all of that, you can actually get different things and different metrics to really pull that into your CRM. So if you're using a House Call Pro or something like that, you can always look at what is actually the lifetime value of your customer, what's the cost per customer, and what's your average job size, and how much revenue is being brought into the company, how much revenue is being brought into the company per each tech, and you can look at different things like that. So those are going to be some of the most important parts. If you want to track some of this, really you're going to want to set goals and analyze your performance on that. If you want to set a revenue per tech goal or a revenue goal, that's going to be your best bet. Another way that you can really start tracking things as far as like how many leads are coming in and jobs are actually coming in, you can look at Google Analytics if you have most of your people coming from the website. So how many times people click the call or different things like that. So that's a much more generalized way of looking at it. But yeah, consistently tracking this and staying up to date on this is going to be really important for you. And it's going to be really important for your company as you continue to grow. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything like that, let me know.